Hi, I'm Mary. I'm hopefully graduating college soon, and I work at a pizza shop. I think that you should take your career seriously because I did not the first 7 years of college, and so I dropped out 3 times, and I couldn't figure out what I liked, and so I just kept going, even though I didn't need to, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So you got to figure out what you want to do, and then take that serious because your 20s are when you can invest, and those are your compound interest from investments on those years are amazing. And don't be like me where I'm gonna get my PhD at like 31 and I haven't put anything away, because you want money. You don't want your kids taking care of you. That sucks. And the US government, they like to make you pay. And yeah, find something you love. You want to love what you do, and even if that's like grilling at McDonald's, then just like drop out of college and grill at McDonald's, because become the best griller there is at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to give.
Alrighty. Handball. Did you ever feel like you were influenced by someone in your life, like a family member?
Yeah, definitely. I have an uncle that completed the same major as me, mechanical engineering at Texas Tech, and he has been an inspiration to me, and he's the reason why I've been taking this major.
Do you feel like your potential in this major, like your own self potential, do you feel like you would succeed in it, or were there ever times where you doubted that?
No, yeah, definitely. There's been times where I have doubted myself, but people always tell me I have the abilities and potential to complete this degree, and I use that as inspiration.
And so, like in high school, was this like the set goal for you, like the set major that you wanted to do before coming into college?
Yeah, so I had career planning classes in high school, and I planned out pretty much everything, or not everything, but not mostly everything that I would need, steps I need to take to complete this major.
Okay. And another thing was, if you were to tell someone, like, let's say like a younger sibling or like one of your cousins, and they were struggling with this, like having like so much stress about it their senior year or whatever, what advice would you give them?
Like struggling about what they want to pursue.
Yeah, like what they want to pursue and how they can, like what they want to do, you know, not let anybody else influence them, like friends or something like that, what they truly want to do, so they don't end up regretting it later on in life and having to change multiple times.
I'd say just seek advice and ask people. Just put down what you're interested in, what are your hobbies in, you know, what do you like best, what you don't like, and look for careers and fields that have what your interests are in, and set a plan.
Okay. And that's it.
Name a major.
My name is Brandon Goss, and I'm an aerospace engineering major.
Okay. So when you were picking your major, was it the only one that you were deciding on when you were a senior in high school?
For me, it was just because for aerospace engineering, I did rocketry in high school, and so that led me to that.
So you like rockets?
I do.
Do you think that anybody in your family influenced you to do this, or was this just something on your own accord?
No, it's kind of just me. My whole family is medical industry, so it was actually quite the opposite. I just kind of went out on my own.
Oh. But another thing, if you had like or I know you do, if your younger cousins or siblings or whatever were like struggling on picking a major or anything like that, what advice would you give them?
I tell them if they truly do want to go to college, to start going to college. Just get the classes they're going to need anyways, and it'll probably come to you. You'll probably have some experience in college. You should put yourself out there. Maybe you'll find something, and you'll have a moment where you realize there's something you want to do.
Okay. Name a major.
Danielle, radiology technician.
Okay. And so when you were picking this, did you ever want to do anything else, or was this just a straight thing you wanted to do?
I wanted to go for nursing, but I don't want to do 4 years.
Okay.
So I saw radiology technician. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. And did you ever feel influenced by anybody in your family or like your community or anything like that?
I have an aunt who works in the NICU and then a sister who works in radiology.
Okay, and would you give, if you were to give any advice to anybody, like a younger sibling or cousin who was struggling with this, like deciding on a major, what would you say?
Just follow what you love. Find out what you love.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm here with state your name and major.
My name is Katie Lerma, and my major at the moment is nursing.
Okay, and did you want to do nursing when you came out of high school?
No.
No?
My first, what I always wanted to do was welding. As soon as I was a freshman in high school, I was so interested in welding that once I hit high school, I got into the classes and I got 2 certificates from it, and I graduated with I want to say it's a level 1 welding certificate, something like that. And eventually they didn't have no more classes for me to take, so I changed my major to business, and I got a certificate from that too. I didn't like it as much, but it was something for me to be able to, like, okay, I've always wanted to open up a business. I'm still hoping one day that I will end up opening up a business. And I was motivated by opening up a business from my grandmother. She had her own shop. She owned the buildings. It was like a bunch of like a long building with a bunch of little stores inside of it that she rented it out to people. And she had hers at the very end. It was the biggest one. It was Selfless Jewelry and Gift Shop. She sold clothes, earrings, basically gifts that you can give to someone on any occasion. So that's why I've always wanted to open up a little business.
So did you ever want to, or no, let me rephrase this. Did you ever feel like you were pressured into doing this by someone like in your family or like the people around you? Like who influenced you the most when you were doing welding or anything like that?
When I was doing welding in high school, my parents did not like it at all. They always said, it's not gonna last you, you're gonna get sick, because of course there's radiation cancer, chemical cancer, all the stuff that whenever they burn you or whenever the flakes pop off the welding stick and it burns you. So after high school, I went to Texas A&M in Kingsville. That's where I pursued more business. And then eventually I did not like it. I did not like taking the classes. It was
Well, it wasn't easy for you?
It wasn't easy.
Or is it just wasn't something that like you're not really good at? Like math or whatever?
It was more like I wasn't motivated. You know?
Motivated? Okay.
Yeah. And then when I moved to Las Cruces, I decided on nursing. I've never wanted to be a nurse ever, but I mean, I could talk to someone in a nice voice. And I'm never mean, especially not to anybody that does no harm to me. You know, my parents always wanted me to be a nurse. I was just never, I guess because, like you should do this. And then I was like, I lost interest in it. That was basically it.
Another thing, would you have any advice for one of your siblings or like someone that you know who is a senior or is like starting out college who is struggling? What advice would you give them to not make them like, you know, feel like they're nothing or, you know, to make them feel more motivated? Like, what would you do for them?
Well, I wish that would have been with me to help me get motivated. My brother is just graduating in his high school. He's a senior. I want him to go to college, but he doesn't want to, which nobody's forcing him to. He always wanted to go into the oil field, offshore rig, but everybody's really hoping that he changes his mind to go to college. That way he can get whichever degree he wants to get, and that way he won't be out in the heat working his ass off
Yeah.
Just something my parents didn't get the chance to do whenever they were growing up.
Okay. Well, that's it, Katie. Thank you.